Hey, welcome to another edition of Resilientlpodcast, a show dedicated to improving quality of life for both people and planet through liberation and independence, moving you from surviving to thriving and living life on your own terms. This is episode 7, and I'm your host, Adrian Babashoff, and we are going to talk today about complete lifestyle redesign, and I labeled this one as part 1, and I'm looking to do an entire series of these, and I think that it's very important that we get this sort of subject matter out because I'm very excited. Let's just start off with that. I think a lot of people are starting to lose a lot of things. We're starting to hit in some very bad, troubling times. And what I'm excited to bring to you guys is that I've completely defied almost everything that's supposed to be in my life. Things that I was told that this is the way it is. This is the way you make money. You should go to school to learn to make something of yourself. You need to go to college. You got to invest. You got to get married. You got to buy the house. Most of all of that stuff, almost all of it, I'd say 90% of it, never really served me well. And I'm defying many, many things, and I'm experiencing complete and total freedom in my life, complete mobility, and it's addictive. And I know that a lot of people out there are going to need to change things around. So this is why I'm calling this the complete lifestyle redesign makeover, because I think that if a lot of people lose a lot of their belongings, their homes, their jobs, and things like that, we need to redesign something. So throughout the show, you're going to hear me refer to it as the alternative lifestyle design. We know it's not working right now. A lot of people are jobless. Automation's taking over a lot of jobs. When things open up, we have the disruption in the supply chain. Can't get that word out of my mouth this morning. We have a lot of crazy stuff going on, but the systems we have in place, how are they serving us? They're not. And if you ever needed the time to understand that, to have it in your face, it is now. So excuse the background noise. This is my F350 7.3 liter diesel pickup truck. I'm on my work commute. That's how I do my shows in my mobile studio until we get going and get a real studio here. So let's move forward. I kind of just want to go briefly over a lot of the subject matter that we're going to cover. And we do have to do these shows in 15-minute increments. So I'm not sure if I could fit everything in there. And I just want to tell you guys that I like to take my time. So there may be a part 1A and 1B. I don't know. I just really want to make sure that the message gets out there and that I'm able to help you to get by, to understand clearly what it is you need to do and why. So the very first thing on my note here is money, and we need to make more of it. We have inflation coming up. We need to know how do I make more money? We need to understand budgeting. There's so many aspects of money, and I think that's going to be the very first one. And I think that if you don't understand that money is what makes the world go round, and I think I've already beat this one enough. We're only 7 episodes in. But if you really don't understand that, then I don't know how I can help you. But it's very, very important that we understand that money is probably the square one. That's probably the cause of most problems besides your mindset. I want to talk about changing your mindset on that topic. And this is the money is really big. You have to be able to make enough money to pay the rent, put gas in your car, feed your family, and all those other things, unless you're going to move from a consumer to a producer, right? So we need to learn how to do something like that. But we're not doing that, and we don't really have a lot of opportunity, not all of us. Although there are some tricks to the trade that we can do, which we're going to share in later episodes. So yeah, I want to talk about changing your mindset because that's where it all starts. I think the biggest problem was, as I said, a lot of people saying, you can't do it that way. You got to do it this way. This is the only way that works. There's a pill for every ill, and we've compartmentalized everything for each individual. Well, guess what? Your systems suck, and they're not working, and each individual is a different person. And that mindset is what I think a lot of imprinting is done, let's just say. And a lot of people believe that they can't. Or the mindset is, this is the way it's been, this is the way it'll always be. And guess what? If that doesn't work for you, have the cojones, the balls to get out and try something new, something different that goes against the grain. You may find, to your surprise, that it does work, just like me. Getting out of debt. We want to get out of debt. What I don't have in here is how to stay out of debt. And that goes in with money management and everything. We're going to talk about that. Strategic living placement. This is a kind of an interesting one where people would say, well, you're just lucky, you're just lucky because you're able to make money. Well, guess why I'm lucky? Well, guess why I'm unlucky? Because it had nothing to do with luck. I strategically placed myself around the rich. I live in North County, San Diego, California, and there's millionaires. There's giant houses here. These people have money. The warning that I look at, the mindset, remember we were talking about that, is people would look, go, well, you know, we can't afford to live here anymore. Let's move to the poorer side of town. You got to take in consideration, if you're living far away from your job, how much money are you spending on gas to get to that job every single day? If you are an entrepreneur, especially, or a business owner, this goes with anything. Washing windows, cleaning people's homes, pool service, auto mechanics, roofing contractor, painting contractor. If you're in the poor side of town, you're going to have poor clients that can't afford stuff. If you live near and you fringe the rich, you have clients who have money. So yeah, strategic placement is very, very important. These are all just my opinions. These are things that I think that can totally help you out because I know they've helped me out in my life. So yeah, don't move where it's cheaper. How and why you need to buy time. You need to be able to get a bird's eye view. You need to move from the micro to the macro. I think that's a lot of the problems that we have going on, is that a lot of people are so stuck in the whirlwind of the systems that we have here. They do, the fine print, just the chaos of everything going on. As I said, a lot of things, we did a show on the age of paranoia. So a lot of people are just frozen stuck. So yeah, we need to work on buying time. And the way we do this is we simplify. And there's a very important one I want to put in here. I don't think that I wrote down on my notes here. It just occurred to me with this whole to simplify thing, is that you need to learn to run your life like a business. I want to tell you guys a story of me driving all the way out. I used to fix gas stations all over Southern California, roofing construction, fixing the leaky roofs and stuff like that. And we needed a pressure washer. And I didn't maintain my equipment because we were so busy running around 24/7. So I drove way out in the middle of nowhere in the desert to go fix the roof. And guess what? Because I didn't change the oil and set up a maintenance program for my equipment failed. 2.5 hour drive away in the middle of nowhere, unable to buy a new pressure washer or even have it repaired. Guess what we had to do? We had to go back home. My guy lost money. I lost money. We didn't get the job done. The client was unhappy. So when I say run your life like a business, it occurred to me at that time that, you know what, this is the exact same thing that happens in my home. I go to make dinner and the cheese spoiled, or I didn't have the ingredients of that because I was disorganized. If we start noticing that if money, mindset, and all of these things that we speak of are very important in life, let's apply those to our home. It may not just be about money. It may be about inventory. How much food do you have that you invested? You work a 9-to-5 job, right? And you bought a bunch of canned foods, and now maybe they've expired and you can't eat them. You just lost money. This is an investment. Your home's kind of like a grocery store. You've got goods. You have a product that's being stocked up there that you invested in. So yes, consider thinking of your life and running it like a business. This is a very strange time. I think my next one is get out and away from all bad relationships. And this could be your family members, and I know this is pretty crazy for some people to comprehend. It could be the marriage that you're in. I don't want to get too personal, but the best thing that ever happened to me, and it's for both parties, is for the two of us to ever get away from each other. The other person just really was not into running their life like a business and all the things we talk about. Hence, there's a reason why once I did separate, got my life back together again, and I was able to save and get quite a bit myself back up and running, where I have a very, very healthy emergency supply and actually money to invest in my life to move forward. What was holding me back was those relationships. But it's not just those. It could be your mom, your dad. Oh, you didn't finish school. You'll never be nothing. These are the little thoughts that come in your head. These are negative people, and you need to stay away from them. I want to say also that we could point the finger outwards, but sometimes the worst relationship you have is the one with yourself. And sometimes you'll find if you tear everything down, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, once you get away from everything and everybody and all the excuses and all this, and all the stuff, it is bad. You get away from that and you're with yourself, then you start noticing, wow, I'm in my way as well. So very, very powerful. We're losing time, so I don't stop babbling so much, but I have so much to tell you guys and I'm so excited. How to plan for the future and why is what I want to talk. Things that you do now definitely help you in the future. Investing. money, education, health, all of these things, if they're not balanced out, your future's not going to look too good. Your present's not going to look too good. Dealing with children in extreme minimal living conditions. And I just want to go off a quick little tangent here. Most people would say that my kids need this and I need that. I don't want to put my kids to that. You know what? I'm going to say bull hooky. We're going to try not to swear on the show. But your children want to be with you. They love you. They want to play with you. And the moment you drop all the iPad and all the games and the money and the distractions, the video games, things that you buy them, they really, if you play hide and go seek with them or you play a video game with them, you actually sit down and get in their world, that's what they want. And it doesn't matter where you live to do those things. I've done these things in the simplest of places, playing with sticks and rocks, and we invented games that were just, still to this day, my kids remember. So consider that. Balancing work and play and how time off is actually more profitable. Taking time off, when I take off a month to 2 months off of work, I come back ready to, hit that stuff. Hit it hard. I'm excited to get back to work. And guess what? My mind functions a heck of a lot better. We want to talk about having a balance with everything. Stacking functions is a very huge one. Something that does many things. Something that you can, like a blender. I've got one of those. It'll make nut butter. It'll make yogurt. It'll make salsa. You can make hot soup in it. You see, this thing has multiple functions. That's what we want in our lives. And not just appliances and things like that. Mindset and how we make our money. How we can make money with something, stacking functions where it's doing two things and making two separate incomes. The paper plate philosophy. And I'll just tell you, I'm not proud of it, but I use paper plates. This helps me to save a lot of time, but I want to tangent off this one just a short bit. I utilize these things and I throw them in the garbage because I'm dead tired. I'm killing myself. We didn't get on the system overnight. We're not going to get out of the system overnight. So we need to utilize the system to get off the system forever, if that makes sense. And the way we're going to do that, we need to buy ourselves time. And that's what the paper plate. It's not just using paper plates. We're going to talk about a lot of things that we do that are somewhat destructive, I think, to the environment and the earth. But we need to do them and accept that in order to get off and never have to do this again and then go share it with others. If that sounds harsh and you want to leave the show, think about it. You're driving your car. You have emissions coming out. There's all kinds of things we're doing. Don't hate just because of the paper plates, And look at those things. Don't feel bad. If we can minimize those things down to the lowest possible form, and like I said, teach others and never have to come back again, I think that's a plus and that's worth it. Why this is the best time to ever be alive. That one with the internet and the opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere. No matter what all the doomsday stuff, the news and social media is saying, there is tons of opportunity. I want to share with you guys what those are. And I also want to call this the big nothing. This is the illusionment of being trapped and how it works. The gloves are off. That's what I have in my notes. The gloves are off. We need to bust this thing wide open. We're being lied to. We're not giving full information. We're giving partial information. And a lot of us are starting to really feel the after effects. And I think a lot of us already don't trust the news and everything. So why freak out about it? This is the big nothing. We need to get into the big something. You're not too late and you're not too old to change your life. We're talking about completely doing a lifestyle remake over here, a lifestyle redesign. Some may say that, like me, I'm in my mid-40s. I got a divorce, a separation, that was maybe like 3-4 years ago, and it really put a huge dent in my life and continues to. But you know what? I keep working. I keep thinking about not why I can't do something. I keep thinking about how I can do that. I keep looking for the possibilities, and I think that's what I need to instill in people. And I talk to when I share with my best friend or my kids or something. I believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. But if I can instill in you to constantly keep looking for the openings, don't focus on all the negatives and listen to what we have out there. Otherwise, it's going to suck you down, and you will ultimately believe that you can't do anything or that you're too old. Even if you're in your 80s, you still have probably like 15 years to live. A lot of my friends live to 95 years old. There's all kinds of things. There's never too late to enjoy your life, make changes, and make your life better. Guys, that's the show. Resilientlpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys want to hear about. I'm tailoring this stuff for you guys, so give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys want. We don't have a website yet. It will be coming soon. We're working on that. But for now, I just need to know that you guys are there, that you guys want the show to go on. If you want to support it and I brought you some value, please like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, like it. Don't like it if you don't. So guys, that's the show. I want you guys to go out there and have a near life experience. Don't lose your muchness. Carry on the fire and human up, my friends.